Hey guys, welcome back to Firearms. Today we're going to do another breakdown tutorial on another part of my collection, the Glock 43X. So the Glock 43X, this is actually my wife's personal carry-on, um, which we're going to talk about in detail. So sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Hey guys, welcome back to Firearms. How are we tonight? I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. Today, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the Glock 43X. Can you see that up there? Make sure we got that in frame. The Glock 43X, man, what a little pistol. This guy, I can't believe how small this thing is, right? It's definitely a little bit too small for myself for as a carry weapon. But I'll tell you, this little guy packs a hell of a punch. It really does. The Glock 43. Let me grab the magazine for it real quick. There we go. So the Glock 43X, it's Gen 5. Can you see me better now? There we go. It's a Gen 5. It's considered a subcompact, and it's a part of their slimline frame series, right? Magazines are 10 rounders. Again, not bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with 10. Anything less than that, I'd probably carry 2, which is what I used to do with my 1911. But that's just me. The frame itself, I think it's sharp, man. It has that nice built-in beaver tail right there, and the barrel, I think it's like a 3.41 barrel. It is a marksman barrel, so the barrel. I mean, the Glock marksman barrel is like, at least to me, it's one of the best. Are there better? Sure, but for something that comes stock in their guns, I think it's phenomenal, right? It has the front serrations and the back serrations on it, which again I think is great. It has the white iron sights. The trigger has the safe action trigger, so it's a Glock standard safe action trigger that it has there, and the weight of it, it's like it's non-existent. It's like it's not even there. I can't believe how small this pistol is. If I'm gonna guess, this is probably, I don't know, 18. I'd say 18 ounces, right? And that's unloaded, right? With a magazine, I would probably add another 5-6 ounces on it, right? A loaded magazine. Overall length, it's like 6.5 inches. You know, so perfect concealed carry. Definitely an EDC gun. The width of it alone, the Slimline series, the width of it, what's that? I mean, that can't be maybe a little bit more than an inch. Easily concealable. I really think that this is it's a great little gun, but it's just not for me as far as an EDC goes. Now, to have it in my collection, sure, absolutely, obviously I do. My wife carries it. She loves this size. Um, the thing I'm trying to teach my wife is to keep it on you, right? She has a cute little backpack that she has this stashed in, and I keep telling her, I'm like, you know, how quick are you going to be able to get into your backpack and pull this out if somebody's charging at you? So I'm really trying to get her to either appendix or side, or get it on her body, as opposed to having to dig through her backpack or purse or whatever she's carrying that day. But the size of it is incredible. Like I honestly, the weight of it alone is ridiculously light. Definitely, I would compare this to probably like the Sig 365, P365. Yeah, maybe like the X Macro. It's probably in the same range as this. Um, Yeah, yeah, that's probably exactly what I would compare it to. And it's really a beautiful gun, and you can tell how often we shoot it, which is rarely. So I mean, we're just looking at it. There's safety. No, we don't have any bullets in there. Everything is clear. You know, rack that up a couple times. I mean, this thing is practically brand new. It has zero scuff marks on it. I can't believe. Even when we go to the range, she's shooting my guns as opposed to hers. But she feels more comfortable with this in her hand. I mean, she shoots better with my guns because they're bigger, obviously, and because a lot of the recoil is absorbed by the larger frame. But yeah, this is definitely a powerful little packer, man. All right, so why don't we break it down and let's see what the internals look like, right? So a standard Glock breakdown, obviously, is one of those, and pull down the release lever there, pull the trigger, and it slides apart. All right, so we got our guide rod there, and then we got our barrel. I mean, look how great a shape that's in, man. That is barely, not even dirty. That's awesome, right? So the stock Glock trigger, I think we've talked about this before. It's typically in the 4 or 5 pounds of pressure range, maybe even 6. It's up there a little bit, but again, for a concealed carry, I definitely wouldn't want to do anything, less than 4 anyway. I don't know how much I trust safety features compared to what a light trigger and a good bump would do. I mean, something like that just kind of scares me a little bit. But yeah, this is a nice little gun. The Glock trigger. I mean, still, it's a great solid trigger. I mean, for a stock weapon, you can't really ask for anything better than this. I mean, the Sig P365 is another great one, but there's definitely some differences. Definitely some differences. In feel um, and weight. I mean, I would think that the Sig is a little bit heavier than the Glock 43X. And it was funny because when my wife, I remember when we went to go buy this, my wife wasn't sure which one to get, and I think she had 3 in front of her. One of them was the Bodyguard from Smith and Wesson, obviously the Glock, and then she was also looking at a Ruger. I can't remember which one it was, but she couldn't decide. So the old man behind the counter, he was like, "Okay, close your eyes," because now it's just going to come down to if price doesn't matter, right? Because I mean they weren't much apart, as far as price tags go. And he goes, so if the prices are relatively the same, give or take a little bit, he's like, it's going to be all about feel and how it feels in your hand. So he says to her, he goes, close your eyes, right? And he's put out your hand, and that's what she did. And the old man just he put one in her hand like this. He said, grip it. And then he would pull it out of her hand, and then with her eyes closed, he would put the other gun in. And then he just rapidly did all 3 guns and just kept going, 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 going until she said stop. And she goes, this is the one. And she felt the most comfortable with this one in her hand. It was, so it wasn't by brand. Her eyes were closed. It was by feel, which I thought was pretty kind of cool. And he said that when he was in one of the arms services, I forget what it was. I mean, we bought this gun probably 6 or 7 years ago. He said that that's what they would do. He goes, if you couldn't decide, between a gun, he goes, it was like a blind meat where they would close their eyes and one at a time, one would go into their hand, and all you did was squeeze it. He said, he just squeezed it, and then they would pull it out, put another one in, squeeze it, until they would say stop. And then that's typically the one that they went with. And she shoots really well with this. I mean, 7 to 10 yards, she's spot on. You know, uh, 10 to 15, she starts moving off. But I wouldn't use this for long distance anyway. I mean, I wouldn't pull my sidearm for anything less than 10 yards anyway, right? Um, I mean, I could run at that point, right? So I don't know, but it's just it really is just a great little pistol. And looking at it, look how like there's barely any wear marks on it at all. Looking through the barrel, I mean, it's like clean as a whistle. Really, really a great side piece. She and she loves it too. She loves it. So, I mean, great gun. I mean, this is a basic field strip here, and this is how we would break it down and we would clean it. I would clean it right now, but there's not anything to clean off. I mean, that's how often she uses it, which is none at a time, right? Anyway, so I wanted to make this a short video, and you know, because the one that premiered today, went on like an hour and 25 minutes. Who I really hope that people saw that because it was actually a great video with my AR-15. Uh, so I really hope that you enjoyed it. The other thing I wanted to say is that I got the new Riptide cleaner. It came in the mail today, which I'm really excited about. So the Riptide Armory X Buck Commander Advanced Cleaning Oil. I'm really excited to use it, and I'm really curious to find out what the differences are between that and the super blue, that I call it. And then I also got the advanced oil. So, and this seems very thin for an oil. I mean, just comparing it to the red stuff, this stuff here, which looks blue kind of, you know, I'm excited to use it and see how it goes. But I'll let you know as soon as I find out, because you know how excited I am about Riptide. And again, I don't get paid. It's just great stuff. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Really quick, really simple, really easy. You know, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for spending your time with me today. And, like, click, follow, share, subscribe, whatever they are today. I would appreciate it. That's how we tell YouTube that, you really like my content. Like, click, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great night.